Governor Mixon has had a remarkable and unusual life, starting out as a farmer and then coming to the legislature and then getting to serve 2 terms as lieutenant governor. And at that point, that was very unusual. And then for him to even have the opportunity to serve as governor for 3 days, all of that could be classified as remarkable and wonderful, but he just takes it in stride.
Well, one of the things that I think we all came to know early on about Wayne Mixon was that he had no personal interest. He didn't have some agenda that he was working on to benefit himself. His only interest was the public interest.
Always energetic, always optimistic, a good thinker. I think the history of him growing up on a farm, the farm economics that you learn. Don't waste time and don't waste any money. Those are important. And remember to help your neighbors.
Fair to all, and certainly very concerned about the welfare of the individual in this state. He was a really good legislator, in my opinion, and was a great practitioner in politics here in the state of Florida.
He's not a proud peacock. He's just a regular working guy. You don't have to be around him very long to understand what a high-class person he is and how educated, and all education ultimately is self-education. You got a structure out there, but the Abraham Lincolns of the world prove that you got to continue to educate yourself, and that's certainly what Wayne has done and continues to do so today.
He's one of the hardest working guys that I've ever seen. And so people respect that, as you know. If they're willing to roll up their sleeves and really be hands-on, and in the legislative process, oftentimes, the person who never reads the bill is not necessarily the most respected or well-received.
I recall one time I was talking with him on the phone and asked what he had been doing. He said, well, I thought we needed a bathroom downstairs, so I'm taking out a closet and I'm working on the bathroom. And I asked him, are you designing that? He said, no, I'm taking out the closet and putting in a bathroom downstairs. And I went to see him, and sure enough, that's what he had done. He physically took it out and put it in. And that's just his nature. He sees something to do, and he gets about doing it.
When I first met him, of course I knew he was Governor Mixon, but I wouldn't know anything about, or a lot about his political background. So I just got to meet the man, and I got to enjoy getting to know him in this environment, and watching him just work and his passion. He's a passionate man. You can tell. You can tell he's deeply spiritual. He knows who he is.
My mother always said, a person doesn't have to tell you if they are religious. You'll find it out. Beware of those that feel like they have to tell you. And Wayne is one of those kind of people, he never would have to tell you that he was a man of strong faith. You knew it very soon after you got to know Wayne.
He's just a guy who has accomplished so much and yet is so available to everyone as a friend and a mentor.
Clearly, we're all dedicated and devoted to making sure that the club stays true to its mission, and we do what we said we would do for our membership. And he is steadfast in that, without a doubt. It's like he loves the club. He loves it.
One of the great things about his service in the club is the fact that he's been chairman twice. And so, he knows the history of the club. He was around when the club was established many years ago. And the other fact is that he has such great access. He can pick up the phone and talk to Jeb Bush or he can pick up the phone and talk to the current governor. So he, is very helpful in lining up speakers.
Stan Tait and the original organizers really set a high standard for the quality of speakers, where they came from, what they could help us understand, and certainly Wayne Mixon continued that.
Well, the governor knew so many people. He had a Rolodex that was probably about 6 inches deep, and he traveled the world, and he had contacts throughout, and certainly in this country, and he was able to come up with suggestions for topics that were very timely. And furthermore, he was able to follow up and actually engage those speakers from time to time. So we all worked together to do that, but again, Wayne was quite a leader in that field.
There are a lot of people who deserve to win this award. And actually, when I sat down and considered it, I thought, oh, I wish I could put together an entire group of the individuals that I really think at this juncture, because it's only the second one, should all get it together. Unfortunately, we couldn't do that. So, barring that, Governor Mixon really was a standout.
I've seen his performance in the club and outside of the club, and you can always count on Wayne. He's a man of very high principle. You know where he stands. You don't have to ever question his agenda.
He doesn't just join something for the sake of joining something. If he's going to be a part of it, he's going to be a part of it. And he gets involved. He gets involved in how it works, how to make it better.
We have been remarkably blessed to have had the leadership of Stan Tait, and he exhibited those characteristics and leaderships and that make Governor Wayne Mixon a natural candidate for and selection for that position.
He represented this state very well. He represented this country extremely well. Certainly a patriot, an individual that you could set as a standard, in my opinion.